Hello, hello, everyone. Hello. I have exciting news today. As many of you might have been seeing me posting on Facebook, Instagram, all about, well, not just me, my partner and I, on all about our new magazine, Majestic Magazine. So I wanted to come to you today to let you know that the paperback issue will be coming out next month in November. And actually, I received my author's print today, and I was so excited that I just had to come on and share with everyone. All right. So, this is the author's, well, this is the proof that they sent me to approve, and I am just excited. This is when you dream about something and you envision it and then it comes a reality. That's what this moment for me is like. And I just wanted to come on and share all about that with you. Hopefully, my business partner, Rabia McLaren, she's also part of this project. She's the editor in chief, excuse me. She's the editor in chief of the magazine. I am the managing editor and also publisher for the magazine. So hopefully she'll be on here tonight. She'll come on so we could have a little chat and talk all about the magazine. All right, so let me get into this magazine. So, our first issue, as you can see, Majestic Magazine, this first issue is really dealing with the women or the owners, I should say, of Rewind. All right, there's a focus on them. They're actually the cover story, so you learn some things about Dr. Ragland. She has a show on called Fix Your Feet. Um, you have Coraline, who we affectionately call Chef, but she has a cooking show. Um, Sharonda is on here as well. She does a show with Eric Jones called E. Jones in the Morning, featuring Sharonda. And also Nana Amka is on here as well, on the cover as well, who is Eric's wife, and she plays such a big role and part in the company of Rewind itself. She's more behind the scenes, but very important part of the company. So right now, I just wanted to get into what you could expect in this magazine. Now, one of the things I must say, I'll just show you the cover story. All right, so we have introducing the ladies of Rewind, and it's about a 3-page spread just talking about us and what we what we believe in, the mission of the company, and also what we intend to do moving forward when dealing with Rewind. Another feature story that we have Dr. Simone Smith Brown. Not only is she such a good friend of mine, but highly intelligent woman, and her gifts that she's able to use to help people. So there is a article all about her. It's a play on words, psychology, psych, because she's a psychic, a psychology. Anyone, that's the name of that article. And there's a story on her that you could check out. There's also, I wrote an article on meditation and the type of meditation that I like to do personally as a suggestion for someone who might find meditation to be kind of difficult to really sit still and clear your mind. If you have listened to my show, Dropping Gems, you know that on both my radio show and my television show, I do a meditative moment within the show where I either go through guided meditation or I do guided meditation. I also do affirmations or mantras with the audience. So that's something that you want to look into. The article is very interesting, and it talks about other types of meditation just besides sitting still or doing guided meditation. Let's see next. We have very interesting article by Joanne. Joanne, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this project. First Magazine. Joanne has an article in here that discusses weight training for women over 40. Right, so that's something, especially those of us who are over the age of 40, the importance of doing some sort of strength training as we get older because it's good for your bones. So Joanne goes into more detail about that. And I have an interesting article that I wrote as well. I wrote two articles in this magazine. So another article that I have written is called "What If Water is God?" Right? So you might want to check that out, find out more about it. All right. As I peruse through this magazine, we have an article here called "Cuisine from Around the World." Just want to show that to you, cuisine from around the world. And in this section of the magazine, it's an article called The Moroccan Adventure. And within this article, it actually takes you on a voyage or takes you through an experience that the editor in chief had in Morocco. She's actually was born in Morocco. So it's an experience that she has gone through that she shares. And what's nice about it, it includes a really nice recipe. It's Moroccan chicken tagine, right? So you get to hear and also know how to prepare Moroccan tagine. So I have Ruby on. Ruby's joining us right now. I'm going to add her to the stream, so we'll chat with her for a little bit.
Hi, Keisha.
Ruby, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and thanks for joining us. I was just talking about your article that you wrote, The Moroccan Adventure, and just telling the audience all about the recipe that you included in the magazine.
Oh, thank you. Well, that article is just a mouth watering, just from the pictures, the lovely pictures you added.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So,
So
um, I think that it's a very when you Google Moroccan food, it's probably one of the main dishes that you will find people trying to remake. But I gotta say, no one will ever make it like I do.
of course, you probably make it the best, right?
Yes, because it's just the way my grandma made it.
Yes, yes, definitely. And we're actually going to be having a podcast, Ruby and I. We're going to be having a podcast pretty soon. So there's a story behind when we were putting together this article. So if you want to hear all about it, you can catch that podcast that Ruby and I did together. Really funny story. Yes. So I want to just continue as I was just going through the magazine. So I was at the point where I was telling them about the Moroccan adventure,
Hmm.
and also we have fashion and style. So that part of the magazine we have incorporated because we want to incorporate fashion into the magazine too. And also we have advice corner. So in the advice corner, we have a letter from a certain woman that's answered by a psychotherapist. His name is Jim Marchusi. I hope I'm saying that right. If I am not, please forgive me. But would you like to tell them more about Jim?
Yes, I met Jim pretty much the same way I met Keisha. Uh, Divine intervention of time or fate or universe, whatever you want to call it. We were introduced in our first project, and we just spent so many hours working on something that just didn't work out at the end. And I was mortified having to tell people, I'm sorry, we're not going with that right now. I don't know. Like they were like, oh, when is it gonna happen? When are we gonna start again? But I had no answers at all. And which is interesting because like sometimes you don't know the answers. You should just learn to give it time, and it comes to you when it's time for it. When it's the right time, I would say. So I connected with Tim. I mean Jim. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was
That's
talking
okay,
about
Jim.
time. I was Jim would be so mad at both of us. You're butchering the last name and me changing his first name. I'm sorry. Going back to the topic, Keisha. Don't worry. So Jim and I reconnected. I sent him a WhatsApp message. Hey, how are you? And I apologize for kind of just not knowing what to tell him earlier. And we just started talking. And he's like, no worries. I loved your idea. I think it was a great. It was refreshing. It was new, and I was gonna be excited to be part of it. So just let me know. And that was it. When Keisha and I, um, as that part is for you to say or to tell Keisha. When she and I started just randomly contacting each other and talking about the magazine, I just thought about, well, I won't be complete without Jim.
Yes,
Wait.
for the advice corner for this letter, and I just feel it's so important, um, as this being an addition to the magazine, because what we're looking at, even in the future, besides just Jim being that he's a psychotherapist, but also getting psychologists and therapists to answer some of these letters, because we know some people actually may not be able to afford therapy, but they might have, and we're not talking about people with deep psychological issues, but people who might have,
Which is everyone, Keisha. Pretty much everyone after the pandemic has developed some deep issues, and I start
yeah,
with myself.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. But I mean, this gives insight for anyone who has questions or dealing with something difficult in their life. They're able to talk to someone who's licensed, and we pretty much vet the people that we are going to ask to be a part of this project. So
mm-hmm.
just want to put that out there. I just think it's important too that with this magazine we are really, as Rabia likes to say, media cleansing. Really, really bringing a fresh voice. Really bringing a voice to those who are unheard, right? And those who probably feel rejected by society.
Okay, so we call it. I just also like to say diversity, unity, and the voice for the unheard or the suppressed. I just feel there was so many people that just stopped speaking because no one heard them, and I feel it's not over. There's always new beginning, and why not be part of that new beginning? And
Hmm.
then you media, as I call it, a new age of media. But just to finish with the what I was saying about Jim, he's not just any therapist that wants just more clients or patients. He's a really compassionate person, and I felt that through his interactions with the whole project from then to now. And it's he actually feels the letters, and he wants to help. So I'm glad we have him.
Yes, I'm really blessed to have him. And then in future magazines, we definitely will have others. So in this magazine, we had one letter. So we're looking to have more than one letter in future publications. Yes. So those who are interested or have a question or anything like that, you could definitely reach out to us. You could reach out to us at info@majesticmagazine.online if you have a question or you want your question to be answered. We definitely will take a look at that, and when you reach out to us, to make sure that any type of question you have, especially on the level with mental illness or anything you have in that sense, um, we could point you in the right direction so you could get the help that you possibly need.
So, Keisha, if you think about it, one of our mission statements is diversity and
Hmm.
unity. And when you see our first issue and the one we're working on, which is, as I like to say, is a little bit of an extension to the first one, because it will make it clear to what the first one was about. So if you look at all the articles from Morocco to this and this and all these diverse issues, so we have actually a diverse um, like a whole lot of diversity within the magazine itself, from fashion to cooking to sports and health and fitness. But
Mm-hmm.
overall, that because we do believe that mental health is not just one pill you take and it fix something. It is a whole
Mm-hmm.
lot of lifestyle changes, interest, passions, and a well-rounded way of looking at life and doing things.
Yes, definitely. And I just want to say that, I'm just amazed, and I've told you this more than once, Rabia. I'm really proud of us. We did this in 2 months, just about 2 months,
Yes.
because I think you contacted me in August, right?
Uh,
And like now it's October, and we actually have a physical magazine. So
I
I
know.
I was just
Wait,
so I'm
did I
sorry.
tell you? Sorry, Keisha. I'm just
Yes.
like so excited when you start saying it, cause like um I have like 5 classes, so it's like things time goes a little blurry for me with classes and work and all that. But if I told you, if we were talking about the magazine and I told you I have homework or something, then the chances are it was even after I started like the semester, which is
Hmm.
like maybe like the end of August or something. But yeah, it was time. And I remember you telling me, I told you something like, I can't go through another year of working on something only for it to not happen. And I remember you saying, no, it's going to be different because this is the right time. Remember?
Yes. Yeah. This is the right time. Yes, and I'm just I'm thankful once again. I've said this before, but I'm really thankful to Rewind Network for allowing us to use their platform too, because the magazine is powered by Rewind Network. So I
Which I
am
just learned about. And Keisha will be like, I regret having her already. She I'm joking. She like you do know I'm not much of a live and podcast, but I'm working on it. I'm more like a quietly writing in a dark room. I'm joking again. But Eric, speaking of rewind, that's how I got introduced to all the network and women. And I would like to thank Eric for waking me up that day with you. Say, hey, wanna write some magazine? It was cool.
yeah, so yeah, I'm really thankful to Eric and the team over there at Rewind. Very thankful for all the support. I have to tell you, the women, the owners are so excited, Rabia, when I text them, as you probably saw in the thread too. They're so excited about the magazine, and I want everyone to know that the magazine will be available November. All right, so you can get your physical copy in November. And also, I want to mention before we even sign off, before something that is really important to me, that we give homage or pay homage to the ancestors. So, for me, this magazine is dedicated to my grandmother and my aunt who have passed. My grandmother, she died in 2016, and my aunt died in 2014. So I know they're with me and they're guiding me on this journey. And for Rabia, we dedicate the magazine to your dad, Rabia.
Well, as I tell you also, for me, everything I will ever write, whether it's obvious or spoken or unspoken, it is always dedicated to my father. I would have not developed a passion for writing if it wasn't for him.
Yes. Yeah, so we definitely, it's one thing I like to do is pay homage to the ancestors. They have paved the way for us. So the way I'm here, I'm just an extension of them. So I pray I'm making you proud.
I'm sure they are already.
Yes. So before we close, I also would like everyone to know that we have merchandise. Yes, we have merchandise. So you definitely can purchase this merchandise on our website. So not only get a copy of Majestic magazine, but you could also the digital copy. The as I said before, the physical copy will be available in November. But you get your digital copy on our website as well as our merch. You get it at Majestic Magazine, and as you can see, it's at the bottom of the screen. Majesticmagazine.online. You go there, check it out. You can check out
Physical copy.
a sneak peek of the magazine, and if you want to get a digital copy, you can get it there as well.
Oh, sorry, that was just my dog.
Oh, I figured that was your dog.
Don't worry, Keisha. I don't make these noises.
No, it sounded like your dog. It didn't sound like you. So, Rabia, before we log off, is there anything you want to leave the audience with?
um, I am so excited about Majestic magazine and about our whole new fresh breath of real women doing real things, going real places, and being fantastically, majestically, beautifully real, and they're loving it, and it's sexy. And thank you for having me. So I'm gonna say goodnight.
All right. Thank you so much, Rabia, for coming on. And thank you, everyone who's listening tonight. Remember to get your copy of Majestic Magazine on our website. And you also could purchase it next month. You get the physical copy that we have available. Everyone, good night. Thanks for watching.
Bicho.